The following story was shared on Reddit. I'm posting this from a white padded room, what they call an asylum, but I call it where I'm waiting for her. Maybe someone will believe me. Someone will finally understand. I can't sleep. I haven't slept properly in years. Maybe it's because her eyes won't leave my mind. Her green eyes. I first met Elise through my best friend, Marcus. She laughed, and sunlight caught her eyes like emerald fire. I was completely captivated, but she didn't see me. She saw Marcus. They fell in love, and then they got engaged. I smiled for them, even as my heart quietly broke. I shouldn't have done it, but I did. Hiking had always been our thing, mine and Marcus's. I knew every ledge, every loose stone on that path. One morning, Marcus slipped. Just a moment. Just one push from me, and he fell. Gone. I held Elise afterward as she cried. I whispered, "I'm here," and she clung to me. I became everything she needed. We married soon after, and a daughter followed. Her eyes, green, just like her mother's. I should have been happy, and at first I was. But the honeymoon fades, even in stolen happiness. Elise became exhausting. The baby cried constantly. At 2 months old, her wails pierced the night, and my patience wore thin. One night, I snapped. Words turned to yelling, yelling to fighting. And then I saw it, realization in Elise's eyes. "You, Marcus," she gasped. Panic surged through me. I lunged, my hands on her throat, and she went still. The baby. She stopped crying. She just stared. Green eyes, piercing, cold, judgmental. At first, I told myself it was impossible. She was only 2 months old. How could she know? How could she remember? Babies don't judge. Babies don't watch. I clung to that thought. I told myself I was imagining it all. But she didn't cry. She didn't wail. She didn't even fuss. She only watched. I buried Elise that night. I built an alibi. I pretended normalcy. But nothing was normal. From that night onward, the baby never cried again. She simply watched. Her gaze followed me everywhere. At meals, during playtime, even while I tried to sleep. As she grew, her judgment sharpened. Friends would laugh, and she would pause. Her eyes locked on mine. Cold, unyielding. And then came the little things. Objects were subtly shifted in her room, always pointing toward me when I entered. My reflection in mirrors seemed wrong. Shadows where there shouldn't be. Movements out of sync. Sometimes I would swear she appeared in the hallway while I was upstairs. And then, moments later, she would already be in the kitchen, staring. She would hum songs Elise used to sing to her as a newborn, not softly. Not like a child, almost intentionally. By 15, she didn't need words. Her stare communicated everything. I tried to convince myself again. She couldn't possibly remember anything from when she was just 2 months old. My denial crumbled with every single look. I began to panic. I tried to tell people. She's trying to kill me," I whispered to my brother. They just laughed. "You're imagining things," they said. There was no help. That's when I finally realized nobody would ever believe me. Not really. One evening, I tried to run. I told neighbors. I ranted about her eyes, what she knew, what she would do. The police came. They didn't see her. They didn't hear the weight of those green eyes. They only saw a man unraveling. I was committed. The asylum is white, padded, silent. But she comes, every day, without fail, green eyes, sharp as ever. She doesn't speak. She doesn't smile. She doesn't cry. She just sits across from me, staring. And I cry. I cry because she is silent, patient, unrelenting. I cry because I realize she has been watching me my entire life. 2 months old, 15 years old, always watching, always judging. I will never escape her. Every day, she reminds me of everything I've done. Every night, I lie awake, imagining her standing outside my bedroom door. Green eyes, unblinking, eternal. Does she know? How could she? She was only 2 months old when it happened. I told myself that for years, but I know now. She remembers. She always has. And the little things, the subtle reminders, they were her way of telling me she had always been watching. And she always will. I will never sleep again. She doesn't need to speak. I feel her gaze even now. And I know she will never forgive me.